Hey guys, it's Katrina here with K14's Cash Coaching LLC, and tonight we're going to be talking about week four's Saving Stackings Challenge. Now, week one was no spend, so we went 14 days with no spending in February. So hopefully you're on a good track for that because there's only like 6 days left. Good luck. Oh, good. Can you guys hear me? If you're new to me, I coach people on making a budget, paying off their debt, and building their credit scores. My most successful clients have gained over hundreds of points, 185 to be exact, within 3 weeks of working with me. Others have gotten collections deleted and improved their score and their overall credit accounts as well with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. But that's what I specialize in, and that's what I dominate in. But for you today, we'll be talking about February's week four savings stacking challenge. And we've already done no spend. So I talked about that. Number two was to sell some stuff. Now, my goal personally for our household was $200 for the month of February. And 3 weeks in, because I still have a week to go, I've sold $350 worth of things. So I've almost doubled my original goal of saving extra. Okay, so what have you guys done this month to basically fix your savings account, put more money in the bank, whatever have you? Another thing for week three last week was bill busting. So that's where I made you guys go through your budget and look at your bills and see if there's anything pending that's coming out automatically and you're being charged for, whether you're using it or not. So mine was the car wash, $17 a month for unlimited car washes, and I cut that. So that's an extra $17 in my budget per month. And I don't want you to feel like you have to penny pinch and, just live below your means. So don't spend everything you have and go over. Make sure you're putting money away. So to segue off of that, you have to be in the right mindset. So I've come up with an online course, K14's Money Mindset mini course. So you can finish the entire course in under 45 minutes. It is currently free, but next week it will start costing $29. So some of the things you will accomplish doing that is to discover your strengths, conquer your fears, move past your struggles, release the trauma, and diminish your insecurities. So yeah, thanks. I'm cute. You like these earrings? I got them from my cousin who's commenting. But so for week four, my idea was to automate. So set it up within your bank with your, whoever you bank with, to where they automatically will move the money from your checking when you get paid, checking from your checking account when you get paid to your savings account. So the reason why I came up with this is because I got a text message from my bank stating that my daughter's $10 for the week allowance went into her account. So she was able to check her account this week. So now she has $310 that she saved up over the course of birthday parties, getting cash, and everything that I make her put into her account. And she actually bought some AirPods a few months ago using that money. And I'm like, okay, but you got to let it stack back up, So just teaching her those things, at age 12, and all she wants to do is spend her money. And I'm like, boo boo, you don't have money to spend. Like, you're literally going to be able to drive in 3 years and you don't have any money saved for a car. Because we told her we'll match whatever she saves. But if she doesn't save up, at this point, she's getting a $600 car. And that's going to drive her to the corner if she's lucky, right? So those are some things. If you have not enrolled in my course, please, please, please do that. And I'm giving away the Amazon Echo Dot still. I had some people get back to me with feedback with my questions, and I appreciate them. They will be put in the drawing as soon as I have 10 people to respond with feedback. And so dozens of people have already signed up and started and completed the course. I'm just waiting for them to tell me how it was so I can improve it for the future. But so automate. So since it's week four for, the savings stacking challenge, automate. So set it up. I don't care if it's $5. Okay, minimum. Please at least do $5. But $5 a check just to get in the habit of it. And then you'll know next check you can put $10 or whatever. But the point is it goes into an account that you have access to, but isn't quite, too accessible, because I forgot my light. So that way you have access to it in an emergency situation. If your tire blows, if your water heater goes out, something like that, to where you're not putting it on credit and going more in debt, but also so you can get in the habit, the practice, the mindset of saving, so that way you do have a little baby nest egg. So Ashley said, I took off Netflix and my car wash. Okay, cool. Me too. Yeah, Netflix I'm not getting rid of. Okay, listen, I'm a diehard Netflix. Woo woo. Shows are my thing. And I actually had Netflix since 2002. 2000. I want to say I was like a sophomore in high school in 2002. And that's back in the day before it was streaming and you had to pick movies in your queue, right? And send them to your house in the mail, which I did do that a few months ago because I got the trial for 30 days. And there was a movie, Broly, from what is it called? Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Balls, whatever, the series Super. My husband wanted it and I was like, oh, they got it on here. Let me order it for you. So I show it to him and he was like, that's not the right one. So it was really hard to find that. And we ended up just buying it. But I did do the trial for that. Another thing you can think about is all them trials like Amazon Music, Audible, Netflix, Hulu, all of those things offer you a little baby trial. And you just have to remember to cancel in time, write the dates, do what you got to do. Like I legit put cancel Amazon Prime or whatever on the date. And Amazon's good because they give you a 3-day grace period. So they'll be like, oh, in 3 days you need to cancel or not. And I'm like, okay, just cancel. So make sure you join the course. Let me check these comments. Watching you. Yoda shirt is done. Sent the pic. Oh, I can't even. I can wear it next week, but I got to represent. Oh, yes. It's roll call down the hill. Boo. What? I live in Washington. The rain can clear my... She lives in Washington. The rain can clean her car until summer, and I work too much to watch it. Okay, yes. Okay, that I can understand. If you're not using the service, like I said, I believe last week on bill busting, if you're not using it, like I used to go to the car wash daily, for real, like 3-4 times a week. So I would go to Dunkin', which is right there. So yes, I was using it. Now I'm not. So I'd rather pay the $3 mini wash or whatever, their basic wash, and just pay $6 a month instead of $17. I know it's only $11 difference, and I have the convenience of just rolling through instead of swiping my card and wasting an extra 3 seconds. But nah, I'm good. So just a heads up, if you have anyone who needs help with their credit, or they want to buy a house soon, they want to get a car, a newer car, and get it financed and need better credit, go ahead and send them to me and my page, at least to check me out. If they're feeling me, cool. If not, then wasn't meant to be. Hopefully they get help somewhere else. But with taxes coming, I know a lot of people are going to have an influx of money that they're not used to. So just being able to help them put it where it needs to go. So for example, I have a client / friend that has some collections, and they want to pay off these collections, but they're also working on getting their current bills caught up. So I think logically, I'm not worried about what you already messed up with the collections, because those have already hit your credit, negatively affected you, messed up your score. So you paying that isn't going to do anything to help you unless you get it in writing that they're going to take that off if you pay them in full, right? So what I'm thinking is, with that extra $8,000, $6,000, whatever money's coming in, you can use that money to catch up your bills now that you have monthly to help you for the future year. You know what I mean? Because if you can pay off, say, your cell phone, a lot of people finance their phones. They put an extra $25 on their bill for the course of 2 years. I mean, don't do the math, because if you do 25 times 24, it's a lot more than just buying the phone outright. But those type of things, paying down current credit cards, because the fastest way and the best way to boost your credit score with the quickness is going to be doing revolving debt. So that's credit cards, those type of things, not installment like your car, your student loan. Oh, there goes my cousin. Hey, Steph. Those things, it's credit cards, legit. Something that's going to have an influx of minimum payment, not a set minimum payment. That's the easiest way to remember it. So credit cards, keep them under 30% minimum. 7% is the magic K14 number that I'm going to call out to have an epic 850 credit score, which I'm working on. So Yoda with Piggy logo. Oh, girl, I'm going to wear that next week. Paying off a credit card, last one. Yes, yes. Paying it off and then shredding it. But I did have someone reach out to me today, and I'm going to just end on this. She has a 791 credit score, and they took her credit card and brought it down $1,000. So say your limit is $3,000. They put it down to the max that she can spend is $2,000. So they took off $1,000 of her money that she's able to use. But the problem is she hasn't used that card in over a year. So make sure you're using, even if it's just to buy a piece of, a 35-cent thing of gum. Let it hit your credit on the balance so they know that you're using it, that's an active card, that it's used within the last 180 days, 6 months, what have you. Because they can do things like that. They can also close that card. If it's inactive, they're going to be like, well, she's not using it. She doesn't need it. Shut it down, right? And that can affect you negatively because if you've had this card for 10 years, since 2010, you have all that history, all those positive reporting months, check, 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 green checks, all across the board. And now you just shut down that card. It's going to minimize how much credit age you have. So instead of being 10 years old, now you're only maybe 6 years old with the next card that you got, right? Because if you pay off, say you pay off your car, say you pay off a house, whatever, those accounts are eventually going to age out. They'll show up, but they're not showing as current. So the age of your credit history is going to be smaller, right? Younger. And you're trying to get old, right? You're trying to get wrinkles and gray hair because a lot of people aren't privileged enough to get that. Some people die young, and that's sad. So next month is, you guys ready? Next month is March. And we will be double challenging. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the Dave Ramsey book. It's called, oh gosh, where is it? I have it. I have many copies. The Total Money Makeover. We'll be reading this starting next week. And we will also be starting our debt payoff challenge. Okay, so all this money you've been saving, once you have it, in a good cushion to help you, then you can move your next goal onto paying down those debts to free up more income, right? Procrastination is the queen of self-sabotage. So the longer you wait to get this, then by next year, you can look back and say, wow, I wish I had started when she was telling me to do this and this. Okay, yes, I'm crazy. Yes, I have great ideas. But it only works if you actually work the program and you actually do the work, right? You can say all day, oh, I got, $400 in my savings account, but you could have $4,000, because had you not used your taxes to pay off the debt that you racked up, you could have put all that money in your savings and started your emergency fund and things like that, which we will learn with my good friend, Dave Ramsey. He's also on my profile pic because I met him in 2012, 2010. I met him 10 years ago in Portland when me and my best friend, I made him go to his live event because I'm crazy. But anyways, thank you guys. I will see you next week. So we can go over, what are we going over? March. Yeah. March is Dave Ramsey and the debt payoff. So thank you guys. I have to click it twice, just so you know.